Hello, Silver Day, Block 2. Welcome to your agenda. All right, I think I mentioned to you guys that I would be absent, and I am. I got pulled for district meetings, so I'm making this video as I talk to you right now. I'm gonna make this video for you guys, and hopefully it will help you with getting through the agenda today. As I'm talking, you guys can see that I'm making a few edits to it. I'm just trying to get it done, get it to you guys. Everything will be good to go. Okay, so hopefully very first thing you saw, you need to watch this video before moving forward, all right? Okay, quickly, I need to address something that's on the calendar, all right? So you guys have a quiz on Friday, all right? Silver Day, you guys are on Friday. Purple Day, they have a quiz on Thursday, all right? So we have a quiz. It's going to be over states of the United States, regions of the United States, and cities in Missouri, okay? So it's going to be just as short as the last quiz, all right? Oops, excuse me. But it's going to cover that information. We're going to build in a lot of review today. You're going to have Life Ed before you quiz as well, so you'll have a 41-minute block to review. And you have 2 nights before we quiz. So practice, practice, practice. You should walk out of my room today with no homework except to study for the quiz. That is my goal for you, as long as you pay attention to the agenda and follow all the parts to the agenda. All right? Okay. So going back to the agenda, all right, the first thing on here is at this point, I want you guys to watch CNN 10. So you guys will pause this video. You'll go to CNN.com, watch the CNN 10 video, okay? Fill out your reflection, submit it to Schoology, okay? Then you guys are going to come back to this video, and I'm going to redirect you to today is 9/11, all right? And I am very, very upset that I wasn't with you guys to kind of walk you through this, but I have, or another teacher actually helped me build this quick Google form to just go through some reflections of what 9/11 is and kind of what it means for your generation, because it definitely is something different for your guys' generation than it is, for example, like mine or some even some older generations, okay? And so in Schoology, there is a, just going to show you guys real quick. There is a 9/11 remembrance link, okay? And when you open that up, it should be an embedded Google form, okay? So you're just gonna complete it. There's 2 videos in there. You're gonna watch those videos, and then you're gonna answer the writing prompts at the end. They're not super difficult. They're a lot of your opinion and kind of your feelings. And so if you guys just please make sure you write and complete sentences, all right, that would be great, so I don't have to kind of interpret what you're writing. And you're gonna complete that as part of our 9/11 remembrance, okay? Going back to our agenda, that should take you about 15-20 minutes to watch the videos and do the reflection piece, okay? So again, you probably will have paused this video to go do that. All right, so pause, go do that, come back. All right, moving forward. There are guided notes. I'm also trying to get formatting to go, guys, so I apologize that I'm moving stuff on you. All right, guided video notes. So we're gonna quickly shift gears just slightly, and we're gonna look at some notes that we're gonna take, okay? So, states of the United States, okay? Hopefully you guys have seen this before. Usually about 3rd, 4th grade, you guys probably did all 50 states, you learned the capitals, you did the songs, you did all the things, okay? Well, we're not gonna do quite that much today, but we are gonna review them, all right? Just a quick couple of things. All these colorful ones, and I know my pointer is not the greatest on here, all right? These are considered the continental United States. They're the 48 that are all compacted in the middle of our continent, okay? That's why they're called continent. There's 2 other states though, Alaska and Hawaii, and I apologize for my bar popping up there at the bottom. But Alaska and Hawaii, they are states, okay? They are separate. They don't connect to these other 48, but they are states, okay? So just remember, Alaska and Hawaii, they're states, okay? Now regions. So even though we've broken up our country into states, the bigger things that we've broken them up into is regions, all right? And so all the states fall into different regions. And these regions, if you guys remember from our vocabulary, can be changed onto whatever characteristic we're talking about. And so for instance, this map is pretty much all by direction. It's where the state lies directionally in the United States. So the Northwest, the West, the Southwest, Midwest, Northeast, Southeast. And then you do have one thing here called Mid-Atlantic because the Atlantic's out here, all right? This regional map of the United States is a little bit different. It's a lot more detailed, as you can see, and it goes things by New England. So these were the states that literally England founded, and these were the first states in the United States, and so they're called New England, all right? Appalachia is this group of not even full states, of like portions of states. It's because this is where the Appalachian Mountains are, okay? You might have noticed a question mark. There's even parts that maybe fit into like multiple sections, and so they can't decide where they might fit really. And then like mountainous regions, this is based off of the Sierra and Rocky Basin, so it's a climate region. This one is probably more accurate, but it's a lot harder for us to kind of memorize because it's really like, I don't know what you want to call it, fluid and like not on the lines, if you want to call it that. And so it's kind of hard if you took this little chunk of Oregon out and you were like, this little chunk only is part of this region, but the rest of it and this tiny little chunk of California is part of the Pacific Northwest. It's just hard to do that. So we're going to use a pretty simplistic regional divide for our purposes. So we're going to look at these 6 regions for the United States, okay? So we have the Northeast region, the Southeast region, the Midwest region, the Southwest region, the Rocky Mountain region, and the Pacific region, which does include Alaska and Hawaii, okay? And that is really why I've chosen this regional map versus some other regional maps, is because it does the best of including Alaska and Hawaii, which some people forget about, and I like that it divides up this western side a little bit better than others, okay? So at this time, I would love for you guys to pull out your map packet from your binder, all right, that big map packet that we have, and it should, at the back of the packet, have 2 United States maps, okay? One of them should look like this, just without the drawings on it. And then there should also be a completely blank map. I want you to pull that completely blank United States map out, the one without the states labeled, okay? That's the one you need, the completely blank one. And what you're gonna spend just a few minutes doing is I want you guys to pause the video again, and I want you to label and mark off the regions that we are gonna use for that quiz on Friday, okay? These 6 regions, this is going to be on the quiz on Friday, okay? Let me repeat that. This is going to be on the quiz on Friday, okay? So make sure that you guys pause the video right now and label those regions and highlight where they are somehow, okay? I've given you 2 maps though, all right? I would prefer you mark on the blank one so you have room to actually write in the names of the regions. And then I've also given you one with the states labeled to just practice the states, okay? But I'm gonna let you guys pause right now and do that. All right, welcome back, guys. Hopefully you guys have finished that. Hopefully it didn't take you too long. Keep that, review that, all right? It's not too difficult, it's just the 6, but again, it'll literally just be a map very similar to this. You'll have matchups, you'll match up the regions to where they go. It'll be okay, I promise, all right? Again, United States, all right? State review, here, you're gonna have choices for all the questions, and so I will always give you guys the full name of the state, but you might know the abbreviations if you do. It's just another way to easily identify them, okay? Moving on to Missouri, okay? So we also talked about how you guys are going to have to look at cities in Missouri, all right? So here is a map of Missouri. Here is Kansas City, okay? Remember Kansas City, Kansas, they're next to each other, all right? So Kansas City is always on that western side, okay? Jeff City is our capital, it's here in the center. And then St. Louis is over on the eastern side of the state, okay? Couple more maps of Missouri. Excuse me, I'm gonna sneeze here in just a second. Excuse me, guys. Faults of doing flip videos. So again, you can see all the states that border us, all right? You can see some more cities like Maryville, Poplar Bluff, Springfield, hint, hint, you might need to know those later on, all right? And then a physical map of Missouri. A couple other physical things that you might need to know is the Missouri River, all right? Hopefully my arrow will actually go where I need it to go. Goes completely across from almost directly from Kansas City to St. Louis, all right? And that is also where I-70, which you've probably been on before, that is also, it goes kind of the same direction as that river, all right? And then over on the eastern side of the state, what actually divides us from the other states is the Mississippi River, all right? Down in kind of the south central part of the state, we have the Lake of the Ozarks, the Ozark Plateaus in here. We also have a mountain. Yes, we have mountains in Missouri. It might be hard to believe, but we do. Okay, they're kind of in towards this boot hill of Missouri. Okay. All right. At this point, guys, we are going to go back to our agenda, and that is going to end kind of the notes portion, all right, of today. And now you guys are going to do a Missouri map practice. Okay. So you guys are going to go get the Missouri map practice from the substitute. It'll probably be up on my table, or you guys can just raise your hand and ask for it. All right. Please remember to be kind, all right, and considerate while you go get that paper. All right. To complete this paper on, oops, that's not the one I wanted. On the front side, which is going to be the Missouri side, you guys are going to practice now locating places in Missouri. All right. So there's two things you really need to pay attention to: the key right here, which tells you what the symbols stand for, and then the word bank, because this is what you're going to be identifying. All right. So I'm going to do this first one with you. So you are going to find Jefferson City. Okay. It's denoted by a star because it's our capital, which you see here in the key. So in case you didn't see the star already, it's smack dab in the middle almost of Missouri. Okay. Right by this river here. And you're going to label on this map, you're going to write Jefferson City. Okay. So do that now. Next, you guys are going to go down this list of cities and landforms, and you guys are going to label them. If you paid attention just a few minutes before, I actually already pointed out some of those things for you guys. All right. So use your clues, use the map, identify those things. Okay. Then on the back side of the paper, state directions, we're going to practice those relative locations again. So using this map, use your compass rose if you need to, you're going to answer these questions about directions and about states. Okay. When you complete this side and the front side, you are going to submit it to that white basket that is by my front or by my door. Okay. The door to the hallway. So it's all right here in the agenda if you get lost at any point, but turn that in once you leave, or before you leave, excuse me. Key point here, you have to turn this document in before you leave today. Okay. Super important. So if you've made it through class today and you have done none of these other things, just understand that there's probably going to be some consequences. And this is also all really good practice for the quiz on Friday. All right. So get that done, get that turned in. Last couple things on the agenda, guys, that I want to touch on is if you do get done with everything, there is a Quizlet specifically for states in our review games folder, and practice those. And then if you get done with that and still have time in your hour, which you really shouldn't, but if you do, then you may go work on missing work. There are still 2 assignments that I have people missing: the Getting Acquainted with the World and the Geospatial Technology. All right. So guys, I am running close to my 15 minutes of time that I have. So I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye. Again, email me if you guys have questions or concerns or can't find something, and I will try to email you as quickly as possible. All right. Have a good day, guys.